Okay, so this is my final project. I will be talking about the different skills and what ICTs and tools to use with them. First, I'll start with listening. For listening, the first one is we're going to be teaching habits and routines. I would be using this video. First, I would play the video so they can see it and they can see each hobby along with a GIF that shows what the hobby does. And then I would play the video again, but without the video, just the audio. And through TPR, they have to tell me what is happening or what hobby it is. The second one for listening, I'd be using this after the class. We will be teaching the colors, and afterwards we'll make like a review. When I hover my mouse over these different colors, it reads the name of the color. They will be using crayons to like raise it depending on the color that's set in here, and that way they would practice the vocabulary they learn. And students can come to the front and also, well, click on one of these so their classmates can also participate with them. And the third one, I would be using this. It's an audio. It's a Simon Says game using body parts. So I would be playing the audio and stopping it after every command, like Simon says, touch your head. And there I will pause it, and whoever loses, well, they get to sit down and the others keep playing. Okay, now, okay, so for speaking, first we have these body parts too. During the final activity, they will create a monster, and they would have to describe the monster to their classmates. For example, describe how many legs it has or how many eyes, and they would be using structures that they learn. Then for the next one, we'll be using this video about the hobbies, and here they would use the structures that they saw, like I like playing the guitar or something like that, but they would use it with their own hobbies. And well, they would share with their classmates what they like to do and what they don't like to do using the structure seen in the video. And the last one, they're going to be seeing about the months of the year. And what they're gonna do, we're going to show them this presentation, and each one has 3 facts about the month, like why is it named that way or curious facts, but one of them is false. So in small groups, they have to discuss among them and try to figure out which one is the real one and which one is the fake one. Okay, so for reading, first we have this, and they would be shown this story, but they wouldn't be shown the final slide, which tells us the moral of the story. And in small groups, they have to discuss, well, what happened in the story and what do they think the moral of the story is. And then for the next one, they will be reading, well, they will be given this story, but printed and cut up into like frame by frame. And in small groups, they have to try to order the story into chronological order. And then at the end, we will check with this one here to see if they got the order right. And finally, they're going to see the story. And they're going to, well, watch the story, read it. And they're going to try to figure out what emotions the animals are presenting in each of the scenes. Okay, for pronunciation. First, they would play as a warm-up, they would play this game. This game reads, they'd be practicing the A sound, and this game, they have to match the correct phonemes to the word. If they hover, click in here, it gives them the sound these letters make. And this will be used as a warm-up because then we're going to be working with more words that have the sound, the A sound. Afterwards, we will be working with the alphabet. This one, it will be the alphabet. And here it goes telling you the alphabet and words that start with each letter. And what they would do is we would watch the video once, and then we would repeat the video, but they would be pronouncing every letter after it is shown in the video. And finally, the last one, well, during the lesson they'd be practicing the difference between L and R, and they're going to make this exercise in a computer lab in which they have to choose. They click here and it gives them the sound, it reads the word, and they have to choose the correct one, and that way, and they can use these examples to check more, to see examples and see review the pronunciation and the difference the two sounds have. Okay, for writing, first we have this. We're going to be working with this comic, and then, well, they're going to be working with it, and at the end they're going to write their story of their own. They're going to think about a famous story or story tale they know, and do a comic like this on blank pieces of paper. It doesn't really have to be as long as this one. Then for the next one, they're going to be using this software. They're going to see examples of a story you've done using this, and at the end they're going to choose an emotion, and they're going to portray it in a story created using this software. And finally, they're going to be analyzing this story, and, well, the story doesn't have the mouse actually trying to build a cat, so they're going to try to write like an ending or maybe a sequel where one of the mice actually tries to put the bell on the cat, and they're going to write whether he succeeded or not, or whatever they want. For grammar, first I'd be using this audio, and in here it's a recording of things found in the kitchen, and they would use it. There are various audios, but all about first the kitchen, then the living room, and then their bedroom. They would be using it to pay attention to the structure there is and there are, and afterwards they would be working with those two structures. Then we'll be using a timeline. For this, they will be practicing the past perfect, and with the timeline I'd show, well, the list of events that happened, so that on the whiteboard I could write examples of using the past perfect, and they can use the timeline to see the events in which they happened and when the past perfect is used with the past and all that. And finally, they'd watch this video and they watch it without telling them what they're supposed to find, and then we will watch it and telling them to look for the past tense structure. And afterwards they're gonna keep working with it, writing the examples of past tense they find in the video. For vocabulary, first we'll be teaching colors, and we'll be doing so with this presentation. This presentation, they see different things colored with the corresponding color, and it has an audio clip to help them with the pronunciation of it. And afterwards they do different types of exercises. Then we teach using this video the hobbies, vocabulary for hobbies. And in this video, well, first it gives them like the explanation of the different hobbies, and then it has questions to see if they can tell what each hobby means. And finally, we'll be teaching the body parts, using a presentation to present the vocabulary, and using this crossword to reinforce it. This one, well, they're gonna be doing it as a whole group. And that will be it.